Hi everyone, let's discuss about new technique structure equation modeling. That's the most popular technique nowadays. Researchers, PhD students, research scholars, those people are writing research papers in a very good journal and accepted by these journals. These people are using this structure equation modeling. So first of all, we should understand what is actually structure equation modeling, what we are performing in this structure equation modeling. It is a technique of multivariate statistical analysis. This technique is a combination of factor analysis and multiple regression. I had already uploaded in my playlist factor analysis video as well as multiple regression video. So this is, I would suggest those they would like to apply this structure equation modeling. First, they have to go through this factor analysis and multiple regression videos. Then after that only they have to go for this structure equation modeling. And definitely when I will upload some cases also on AMOS software, so I will do the numbering, number 1, number 2, number 3. So in that sequence only you have to go through these videos. So factor analysis will tell you how we have to clubbing the factors. Similar kind of factors we have to give one name, right? And multiple regression, how the dependent variable depends upon number of the independent variables, and independent variables, how much they can affect on they can give the impact on the dependent variable. So SEM is the CFA and path analysis. SEM is a combination of CFA. CFA stands for confirmatory factor analysis. And this factor analysis, what video I had uploaded, that is EFA, right? So CFA measurement model and path analysis means structural model. Later on, we will understand when we have to do these cases. Researchers using software programs like AMOS and SPSS, Lesral, Statistica, etc., where they can run this structure equation modeling. And I will show you through AMOS. In SPSS, this is by the IBM. I would run structure equation modeling in AMOS software. Application of SEM is to test complex relationships simultaneously, and several regression analysis and factor analysis simultaneously can be operational in structure equation modeling. So these things working together, factor analysis and multiple regression. Let's come to the AMOS. What do you mean by AMOS? Analysis of moment structure. So in AMOS, first we should understand two types of variables. One is observed variable, statement items. We can call it statement, or we can call it items. Always we are reflecting by rectangle. Second kind of variable is latent variable, or we can call it factors, or we can call it construct. That would be oval shape, right, by this structure. Then we come to the dependent variable and independent variable. We have little bit idea about dependent and independent variable through regression. DV is always dependent variable. That would be endogenous variable. And independent variables, exogenous variable. Why? Because always dependent variable depends upon independent variable. Right. Let's say if we are talking about this thing, FDI depends upon number of factors of a country, GDP, interest rate, inflation rate, import and export. So these are independent variables, but dependent variable FDI depends upon all these independent variables. So these are exogenous and these are the endogenous. Then the AMOS does not work on time series data. It always works on cross-sectional data. So what is the difference between time series data and cross-sectional data? Time series data means it is consist of observations of a single subject at multiple time intervals. Let's say if I am talking about FDI, I have taken FDI since 1991 till date, right? Or I can call it after 2000, I would like to collect what is the FDI inflow in our country. So I have collected data, that is time series data, right? Observation of a single subject at multiple times, that is known as time series data. But when we talk about the cross-sectional data, it consists of the observations of many subjects at the same point in time. Let's say I would like to know during this COVID period, what is our country's GDP, what is our FDI, what is our this thing inflation rate, what is our interest rate, and other things, so many parameters. That is cross-sectional data. So SEM, we understand CFA plus regression, right? CFA, confirmatory factor analysis plus regression, or we can call it, there's the path analysis. After collecting data on Likert scale before applying regression, check reliability and validity. That's the most important. First, your data, whether it is reliable and or valid. Validity you have to check. I had already uploaded videos related to reliability, how we have to check reliability. I had already in my playlist. So please go through this thing. Once you will collect data on Likert scale, so you have to first check reliability of that data. It's working on linear relationship. You would understand how it is working on the, I mean, linear relationship is there, independent and independent variables. When we have to draw these structures, no single statement construct required. Let's say there's the one factor. I said in the factor analysis, when we talk about in factor analysis, is the clubbing of number of the factors. Let's say I am giving you women entrepreneur. Women entrepreneur, it depends upon number of things. Whether women have financial access or the financial capability, families they are supporting, emotional support, and other so many kind of things are because then we have to club similar kind of factors in one group. So same is here. When we talk about it's working, it's no single statement construct required. Data should be normally distributed. Normality, I had already recently uploaded one my video on normality, how we have to check the normality data, normality of the data. So normally distributed data we required. So it's not taking categorical variable. I said, and normality, I said in that video that is already available in my playlist, normality, it would always applicable for not for a categorical variable, always applicable on the metric data. So this one is the same is here. SEM would not be operational on the categorical variable. And minimum sample size KMO, that should be greater than 0.6, then data is okay. Otherwise data is your not okay. Right. Now we come to the how this one is the AMOS would be operational. Let me share my this AMOS software. Now you could see on my screen AMOS easily you can download. I mean, this one is the trial version is already available and some people already have this AMOS, and otherwise trial version you can download or otherwise you can purchase right from IBM site and it's available. This one is the AMOS software. It is the first page, initial page would be like this, where all the operations we have to conduct. Through this is known as canvas. This is known as canvas, right? And canvas you can increase or decrease through this mouse, right? There is the on the rotating wheel. You can increase or decrease like this. I am increasing this canvas and now I am decreasing this canvas, right? So this canvas is very, very important. Why it is very important? If everything that is operational on the canvas, you can copy on the Word document. Otherwise, whatever is the beyond the canvas, you cannot copy. If you are copying this thing and you cannot carry forward in your research paper on your Word document. So let me introduce you first. What do you mean by this AMOS? There is the three rows you can see, 1, 2, and 3. We can call it any name we can give, right? A1, B1, C1, right? A, B, C, and whatever is. See, one by one we have to, I'm giving you, this one is the rectangle. I had already explained in your, this is the rectangle, right? This is the rectangle. You can draw this thing right through this. We talk about this oval shape, you can see here we can draw this thing right n number of times. If we talk about this, we will click on draw a latent variable or add an indicator to a latent variable. So you could see here these are the number of the, let's say I have 4 factors. This is my construct. Let's say I have 4 factors to define this construct, right? So I will once again 5 factors, 6 factors, right? So in that way you can draw here. And one more important thing, why, let's see, you can see here this part is beyond canvas, right? Suppose I am copying this data right? I'm copying this data from this place to, just a moment, this place to my Word document, right? Let's say select complete, right? Right? See here. Now, what we have to do, this one is R. Now you could see here, this one is R arrow, right? Arrow, you could see here, this is our arrow. So I can drag this arrow, right? Drag this arrow. Both side arrow, if suppose we want to connect both these things, so it would be like this. It would be like this. When we are connecting, until unless, please do not leave here, right? If I will leave here, it will disappear. If it would be until unless it is become green, then you have to leave it here. This is the arrow. This is the error term, right? This one is the, here is, we have to, you can see here, these are the error terms, right? So I would like to give error term particular, you could see here, give this, right? And right, this is the, basically you could see here how many, suppose, let me first, I'm just calling one file here, right? Let's say this, there is the file name. I would like to call here open one file, right? And this is my file. This file I would like to open up. Okay, right? So now you could see here, let's say in this file, how many variables are here? You could see here. When I will click on this, EC1, EC2, EC3, GP1, GP2, GP3, these are my variables. Those are available in my file. Now, what do you mean by this one? Let's say you would like to select one variable, right? So please click on this, then you will select this. It will become blue. It will become blue. It will become blue. If you would like to select all this thing, to all the this complete diagram, so you have to click on this, right? And deselect this. A moment you have seen, I have selected all these things and deselect this thing, right? Then we come to the, this one is the photocopy, like it's a kind of photocopier. So we have to copy anything from this place to that place, right? If we would like to copy complete thing, right? We would like to copy, so we have to select this, then we will select this, and this is the complete, just a minute. See here, complete thing you can copy here, right? Always. And if suppose I want to move this, this is the, this red color sign, right? I can move it complete. But if I would not select this, so what will happen? I would like to move to only one thing I can move. Like I would like to move it, but it is not completely moving, only one part is moving, right? This one is the erasing. Suppose I want to erase this part, right? I can do that. I had erased it. I won't like to erase it. I can do that. I would like to erase this, right? So this is the, this is a eraser, right? Then we come to the, this thing, right? We can resize. We can resize this, right? Let's say this thing. Accordingly, you can resize this thing. This one is. Then rotate. If we would select this rotate, right? Here, see, you can rotate. Wherever you require, you can rotate, right? In that way, towards this side or towards the right side. It's up to you. Then after that, we come to the this one is the whatever is the text, we can move it right within this. Let's say I'm dragging, I'm just putting up my variables here. Let's say my variable is I think system is these are my some diagrams, those I had prepared in my SEM, right? And definitely we would like to discuss some more because further we have to elaborate all those things in the one case study we have to discuss, right?